being in the same corral I'm in. I mean, I like a lot of the folks that are in there. Many of them are and one thing I do tell you, I'm not going to be saying things about Republicans. I'm convinced we've got to stay together. We've got to focus on what's different between the Republican message and the Obama message. Not get into a fight among ourselves and a demolition derby.
So with your television show being on Fox, you are kind of considering GOP candidates?
You know, I've been very open in saying that I'm very much considering it, but I haven't taken any steps to become a candidate, because then I would certainly have to make some very definite decisions for my Fox and radio efforts. But I'll make a decision sometime in the early part of the summer.
Governor, can you talk a little bit about your book?
The book tries to really take a lot of the issues we face in the country and deal with it from the standpoint that our government has become unnecessarily complicated. The original Constitution of the United States was 20 pages. The Obamacare bill was 2,300 pages. Something is clearly wrong in what was intended by the founders to be a largely limited and local focused government to this gargantuan federal government. And so what I do in the book is to try to explain how a simple government approach would deal with everything from the environment to education to terrorism to health care. And I think people will see that some common sense and a little bit of the Constitution would go a long way in fixing America's problems.
Okay. Anything else?
Another question?
Okay, we're good.
Can I ask y'all something? Sure. That'd be a neat press conference. I've never done it before.
One more question.
Okay.
How do you feel about all this LSU gold that flowed through here today?
I tell you what, this old Razorback knew not to make too much of it. The biggest mistake of my life as a governor was agreeing to come down with Frank Broyles to an Arkansas LSU game, and we came down on a Saturday, and I begged the LSU people, do not announce my presence in this stadium. And sure enough, somewhere in about the third quarter, they got out on the PA system and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're very happy to have the governor of Arkansas sitting in section," and they told her I was sitting. It took, I think, 7 state troopers from Louisiana to get me out of that place alive. So let me just say this. You probably won't see me at another LSU game in Baton Rouge. I love Baton Rouge. I respect LSU. But I'll see y'all in Little Rock tonight.
LSU loves you.
That's good. I wish LSU would be a little nicer to my Razorbacks on the weekend of Thanksgiving, because sometimes it's rough, and I've got brother-in-law that's an LSU
They make
fan,
it hard on us.
and it's just about impossible to live with him on any day. When LSU beats Arkansas, it is utterly just, it's beyond the capacity of a human being to tolerate the man.
Well, we'll cook some jambalaya for you.
That I will do. And some boudin.
Boudin, jambalaya, etouffee, come on.
What's something that Razorbacks usually eat at their games? Like, what's the signature food of Arkansas?
Barbecue. Barbecue pork. Yes, sir.
The last time
Funny, you eat your mask.
here, you led it, but somehow didn't end up getting delegate votes out of the Republicans. What are you doing to take steps around that? And is there significance in you having 3 stops in Louisiana and not many in other states?
Well, I'm hoping this time that when the rules are drawn in Louisiana, that the person who actually gets the preference of the voters will end up getting the delegates. That would seem to make sense to most of us. It was one of those things you only can attribute to politics that you don't understand. But I do think that that's going to be a key thing that I would hope would happen this time. But, you know, I certainly appreciated that among the people of Louisiana, I had their support before, and if I do run, I certainly would love to have it again.
Did you bring your guitar?
I did. It's on the bus.
Why didn't you bring it in?
Because I didn't want to get arrested for making an unlawful noise.
Keep getting on YouTube to hear you. You can play
I don't know if you got to see a couple of weeks ago, I had Bill Collins from Def Leppard on.
I saw it.
I had a blast playing with him. He is a phenomenal guitar player and an extraordinarily nice person. can melt a guitar with his hands. It's unbelievable. That was a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun.
I enjoyed you and Leonard Skinner, though.
Well, that was about the pinnacle of my musical opportunities.
It's not you.
And they're
That guy.
guys. We talk fishing and hunting and all sorts of stuff, because they're just good old boys. They really are. They're great guys.